So now that we only have like 2 days left in 2021, I think it's a good time to tell some inspiring stories and kind of check in on how the community and how everybody's doing. And that's what we're telling the story today about somebody who did a total shift in the career through the past couple of years. I want to introduce you to Patrick Weise, who we've had on the show before.
Yes,
because I guess in a former life, you were a chef. It was Chef Patrick Weise.
Chef Patrick Weise.
We've been at your house. We've talked about your history. He's been a personal chef for many celebrities, including Oprah.
Yep.
You were a chef for
Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne and many different medical chefing experiences
right.
kind of around the globe.
People with restrictions, heart disease. Avril had Lyme disease, so I came in to help her get through that. Just worked with a lot of different people with severe epilepsy, cancer patients. People have PKU, which is too much protein in the blood, so a lot of restricted diet plans, but we wanted to make it really nice and do fresh food, and everyone can get involved and get the families back in the kitchen.
COVID happens.
Yes.
Can't travel, can't do anything. People with allergies and all that type of stuff, very sensitive, and light bulb goes off.
Yes, so I had talked with my husband and some friends, and I said, okay, I turned 50 during COVID when it first started. And I was like, what else do I want to do? What's my other passion? And everyone just said, barber. You just always talked about being a barber. You've cut our hair over the years. And so I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's right. So I decided that's what I'm going to do.
Boss Man Barber and Beard Co.
Yep.
Was created. So let's go take a look at the space. Actually, can we say where we are? Like, what's the front of the space?
So the front of the space is called My Two Uncles, which is like a retro toy clothing store. Okay. I had, during COVID when it first started, when I turned 50, I went to a barbecue when you could have 10 people outside. And I had met Mike and John through a mutual friend and said I wanted to be a barber. And they said, we have a barbershop in the back of our store. Why don't you come look at it? And so we walked over here, it was a couple blocks, and walked into the space, and I loved it. Yeah, let's come on in. Come on in.
Even I'd like to know what you thought the first time you actually saw.
Oh, wow. I mean, when you look at the space, it's a classic barbershop.
Right. This is John, one of the owners.
This is John.
Hey, morning, John. How are you, pal?
How are you?
So you came in, what was your thoughts when you first saw it?
I was like, perfect, I have to have it, I mean, like everything was here except for I brought my lights and my tools. I mean, John and Mike did this amazing job with creating this really kind of old school classic barbering, which was going to fit my brand of being Boss Man Barber.
We got John in the chair.
Yep.
Give him a little bit of a trim, because here's the thing, you just don't like, when you change careers, it's just like, all right, I'm a barber now, right? But you went back to school.
I went back to school, a 50-year-old man in a dorm room with 20 and 30-year-old kids. And yeah, I did it for 8 weeks.
Where was that?
In Edmonton.
You went to Edmonton?
Yeah.
To go to barber school? Because is there nothing like that around here?
There's not anything like that around here.
So then you opened up the shop when?
July 13th.
July 13th. And what's it been like?
It's been amazing. I've gotten a lot of good response. Just opening up. I didn't think anything was going to really go anywhere. And then, yeah, people are finding me. They're Googling me. They live in the neighborhood. And they're like, great, we have a barber.
Because you're doing something like, I don't know, you're creating that kind of manscaping experience for guys with beards, guys who are bald, but also doing haircuts as well.
Right. I mean, like, you know, part of the whole thing for men, I think, is that when they have a beard, they can, you know, I can give them an experience that's like having a manicure or pedicure, you know, because I put beard butter in, I put beard oil, and I brush it in. It's great.
I love the beard kind of mask that you got going on, because that's a real trend. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back because I know you're working on Johnny Boy here. We also got Craig, who's going to kind of show off some how you do the manscaping to bald guys and working with beards, and kind of continue to tell the story of Boss Man Barber and Beard Co. Kind of one of the inspiring stories that we need as we wrap up 2021. Look at me! Well, good morning. From Boss Man Barber in Hamilton, and this is kind of just a fascinating story of, I'm going to say the P word, because there's a word that we've been using, well, there's a couple of P words. There's one, pandemic, that we use all the time, but there's another one called pivot, and that's been using a lot. And I don't like to use it all that much, but it's so essential for the story of Barber Patrick Weise, because he used to be Chef Patrick Weise, and we kind of went through that in the first segment where the pandemic happened, and then the chefing thing, I don't know, we decided to kind of move on from that, and at the age of 50, start a new career.
Changed my life around. And who does it at 50? But You have to adapt. I mean, COVID kind of teaches us that.
It is scary. Like, at what point did you make that initial decision? Like, did you have that light bulb? You just like, I got to do this.
I think the light bulb moment did come when I actually met Mike and John, and they showed me the shop, and I thought, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is it, you know. And the second I walked into the school, I instantly knew that I was going to be in love.
So let's recap that, because yes, you want to become a barber, but you need to go to school. You need to learn how to do it. And there's no schools around here that do it.
No, not classic barbering just by itself. It's like cosmetology, and I didn't want to do women's hair. I just wanted to learn how to do straight razor, you know, do the head shaves and face shaves and beard trims. Right. And so I found a school in Edmonton called Barber School of Canada, or Canada School of Barber. Sorry.
So you go there as a 50-year-old.
Yeah.
Is there any other 50-year-olds at the school?
Nope, I'm the only one.
You're in a dorm room.
Yeah. Picture, you know the movie Elf, where he's sitting in the classroom and he's the biggest guy? That's what it's like. I had all these little kids around me, and I'm just sitting there looking down at them. Yeah, it was incredible. We had a classroom of like 10 people, which is like the largest they've done. And yeah, as soon as they gave us the mannequin heads, I'm like, yes, let's do this.
Right on. Okay.
So excited.
We got one of your clients, Craig. Morning, Craig. How are you, pal? What are you doing to Craig here?
So I massaged his head with some oil, kind of soften up the skin, and then we put a hot towel on to kind of open up the pores so that I can put some cream on and do a straight razor shaving on it.
Okay, I know, but Craig's bald. Sorry, Craig. But at least, why do guys want that experience even when they're bald? Can't they just do that in the shower themselves?
I think it's like going to a spa, honestly. I mean, like they get treated, you know, I shave their head, I'm moisturizing it, you know, lathering up. It's an experience. So it's definitely an experience.
And you do got some special products that you're working that with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a break because we'll talk about some of these products. We'll get you to work to actually shaving Craig's hair, and then we'll work on that. You got a big old beard under there, too.
Big old beard.
So yeah, we'll get into the story. I said, I don't know, it's the end of the year. Let's tell some good stories. Boss Man Barber, Patrick Weise. So we're trying to tell some inspiring stories as we wrap up 2021, and the news is filled with, I don't know, all those other stories. And we found one with former chef Patrick Weise, who has ventured into a brand spanking new career, went back to school as a 50-year-old, and is now a barber and has his own spa here in Hamilton, Boss Man Barber. And you got one of his clients, Craig, in here, who's our stand-in for the display. Because, like, bald has become sexy.
Oh, bald is sexy, yeah. I mean, like, you know, men just figure if I'm losing it, why not just shave it all off, right?
I don't know, it's hard. Craig, is it hard?
Yeah, it was hard to come to terms with it.
Right? But why, I don't know, why would a man want to come into you, Patrick, rather than just doing this in the shower themselves?
Well, it's the whole treatment, right? I get to massage their head. They get to sit here and just be pampered, right? I think men now want to care about their beard and their looks, and they want to feel good, and so they get that moment when they come in here. You know, they can leave, and their beard is all trimmed up, and you know.
Any similarities between being a chef for all the years that you were and now being a barber? Like, is there any skills that you could transfer?
Well, this skill right here with the straight razor. Yeah, you know what? I look at the person's face, the shape, what's going on with the beard, and that's my main concern, is to kind of make sure that I give them what they want. I do listen to them, right. But I also want to be able to guide them and say, this will look good on you, on your head shaper. So, you know.
So you've been doing it, so you opened up the shop in July. Obviously, COVID is still kind of rearing its ugly head. What's it been like having people in?
It's been, you know what, I've gotten a lot of support, just kind of opening up the business. A lot of repeats, a lot of referrals. People are Googling me, leaving great reviews, which is great.
What's the review, Craig?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Well, he's got a razor going on here,
right.
So you kind of have to say that, right? Cool. Okay, well, let's take another break because Craig, looks like you got a big old beard underneath that under that mask there.
Oh yeah.
And not only is bald sexy, beards are sexy. And Patrick's got some great products and some interesting ways of doing the beard thing. So we'll come back and hang out with Patrick and Craig and the whole gang. Boss Man Barber in Hamilton. Good morning, live. Well, good morning. Final visit with Boss Man Barber here in Hamilton. And it's kind of telling the story of somebody having to totally change careers in the past 18, 20, 24 months, however long this has been, and that man is now barber. Patrick Weise, who used to be a chef. Great to be in his great little shop here.
Thank you.
The back of my two uncles. We got our stand-in, our model today. We got Craig. We've been dealing with Craig, and you gave his head a shave, but now we're on to the beard. And where are we at with beards right now, Patrick?
Well, I feel like beards are really becoming a mainstream kind of thing for men. You know, they're growing them longer. They're taking care of them. They're having them, you know, sculpted and shaped. And you know, there's beard butter, there's beard oil, all kinds of things that you can.
There's now those beard masks. That
Yep,
you're
beard
really
masks, which I'm wearing.
More.
Yep. Yeah.
Like
so
wearing a mask for you with the beard is pretty uncomfortable, and then it kind of, I don't know, the beard doesn't look good.
yeah, you get a little dip in the hair here from the regular mask. So this actually just lets you, you know, cover the beard and not have those lines, which then we have a nice.
So what do we want to be doing to Craig's beard?
So I'm going to sculpt it down, give it some shape here, go along his jawline, and then clean up the cheek a little bit, you know. And then we're going to put some butter in it, some beard butter and some oil.
What do you say to anybody? Well, you can keep working.
Okay.
If we keep talking too.
All right.
Because I don't know. There's tons of people out there that are kind of going through maybe something that you were going through, where your career wasn't really working out, and COVID really affected it, and you had another passion. I don't know, making that leap. What do you say to anybody that is kind of going through those decisions now?
I say do it. I mean, life's too short. Obviously, you know, life can change. You know, we know that now with COVID. And, you know, the only person holding back is you know, holding yourself back. And, you know, yeah, it's 50, you don't really want to take a chance on your life like that when I've been a chef for 23 years. But, you know, I absolutely love what I'm doing now. So I had a good first half, and this is my second half.
This is like, I don't know, another life.
Yeah.
So no regrets?
No regrets whatsoever. Love it, love it, love it.
What kind of products are you using?
So I'm
like
using
the world of beard products is like kind of transformed.
Yeah, so I'm going to be using, they're called Paparazzi beard care. And
Can we see it? Just
yeah.
put it up to the camera. Where are you
Sure.
getting it from?
So I get this from a friend of mine, Thomas, and he makes small batches, organic products. And he puts hints of like leather and tobacco and whiskey into his scents. So it's a really kind of a masculine scent. And you know, he's got a beard soap with activated charcoal and coconut oil. Like, you know, good for the skin, good for the hair.
Well, listen, congratulations on I don't know, we've known each other for a long time. I knew you in your other chef life, and we've done segments on that.
Yep.
Now here in this cool space, I guess we got to give a shout out to the owners of the space. Who are?
Mike and John, who own my two uncles. They've had the shop for about 4 years now.
Right. And
So
my
going
two
well.
uncles is a shop?
My two uncles is a retro toy clothing store.
Right.
So
good stuff.
yeah.
Hey Craig, looking good, buddy. Thanks for being our model. Barber, Patrick Weise, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
All the best in the
Thanks for coming in.
in the new venture.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Cheers, man.
All my brothers with beards, raise up your beard.